So hi, welcome back to the channel. In this kind of little episode I want to chat about the big trip. And the big trip itself is something I've been planning pretty much all year. At least in the back of my head I've been promising myself time and time again that there's going to be a big trip this year. Now I've done Wales, I've done the Peak District, I've done a lot of rides out, I've done random places. There's all these videos you guys can check out and watch. I've done some recent stuff, a little bit more funny, what's like the Best British ride out. It's been quite fun. I've checked out a Groupon deal. But I want an adventure, and I want like a real adventure. Now, I had planned a pretty cool kind of trip, and the plan was I was going to fly out to the Pyrenees. I was going to join my father, and we were going to head out on bikes and try and get some Harley Davidsons, something kind of big, chunky motorcycles, and basically ride to the highest mountain in the Pyrenees. Now, my dad hasn't ridden a bike in many years. He's 70 years old now, and it was going to be a lot of an experience and adventure for us to both share and sort of remember. Now, the problem with it is that he's recently phoned me up. He did kind of start telling me that there's things going on and things might not happen, but he's phoned me up and he's given me his reasons, and unfortunately what I'm gutted about, he's unable to do the trip with me. So that's kind of left me at that kind of place where I'm not quite sure what to do now, because that was my plan. He has given me options to still go over there and help me hire a bike, etc., or find a place to hire a bike, I should say. But I really wanted to keep that for us, and he's not saying it was a no and it could happen again in the future, but currently he can't do it. So it's like I say, it's left me in this place where I'm not quite sure what to do. Let's just have a quick look at some of the options, and we'll go from there. Okay, so there's some different options. Now I live kind of in the middle of the UK, so from there I'm pretty spoiled. Obviously I can go all over the place. Now I've done France last year, and I did like the Normandy run and stuff like that, and that was cracking. I didn't get to film it, but it was a really good trip, and it was on Bonneville. So I don't particularly want to do that again. So far this year we've covered Wales, we've been we've been sort of to the Peak District, we've done that, and you've seen quite a few different trips around here. So I'm very keen to have an adventure somewhere else. Now, there is all sorts of options. I haven't gone to Ireland, I haven't gone to the Isle of Man, I've never been to Amsterdam and the Netherlands. And that's all options, but obviously there's some budget issues as well because of ferry costs and everything else. But there is some good options there, and that's potentially what might happen. I mean, there is the option of jumping on a flight, getting all cheap, all inclusive, and then turning up and trying to find a motorcycle to ride around. That could be nice because we're going to know we're going to get some decent weather, hopefully. But I'm kind of keen for this unknown adventure. And there is the option of kind of just getting on the bike and then just riding and seeing how far we can go in 7 days, pack the passport and just head off. Because you could go sort of down south and chase the sun. There's Brighton, that's obviously mods and rockers history right there. And then from there, you know, there's all sorts of options, isn't there? We could go down and jump on a ferry if we wanted to France, or to sort of Jersey, or even all the way down to Spain, if we've got the time to do that. I don't know. There's other options as well, and there's obviously the big option of sort of saying, do you know what, do I head north? Because north you've got the Yorkshire Dales, were absolutely stunning. Spend a night there, keep going north, head up. The weather's going to get worse. Hit Scotland, look for Nessie, Loch Ness. Why not? Loch Ness, look for Nessie. And then obviously we could then head up into the Highlands of Scotland, become like the Highlander for like the old-fashioned TV programme, and you know, that could be a bit of fun by itself. I mean, there's so much options there, it is absolutely nuts. And I really don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. That's kind of where I'm at the minute. Now, I love every single option, I really do, and I want to do it all, and obviously I've got many videos to make so I can do them all. But I'm just not sure, and I'm really not, because the Pyrenees thing was kind of what I had my head set around. So I'm going to obviously get the Tiger out and rub the cobwebs off. It needs some tyres. I need to get that sorted. It probably needs a good service as well, so I'll get that done as well. And then, you know, I need to make that decision. It's going to be an adventure. That's the most important thing. It's going to be an adventure, and it could be anything. I love the idea of Scotland, but I also don't love the idea of getting freezing cold and soaked every single day. And being November in this country, it's going to be rubbish. But I also don't want to push myself to the point where it's a financial strain and I'm not enjoying it by going too far afield. It's just a tough thing. If I could jump on a flight tomorrow, fly somewhere and get handed a bike and head across some kind of crazy desert adventure style thing, that would be awesome. But it ain't gonna happen. So we've got to look at what we can and we can't do, but it's going to be an adventure. That's what I keep to myself, it's going to be an adventure. So we'll find out soon, but right now I'm just going to get the bike out of the garage, give it a dust off and have a look and have a good think. But the adventure's going to happen, so definitely follow this journey, subscribe, give us a thumbs up and like. You might have some ideas, you know, of things you'd like to do yourself, or things I could possibly do, or places I could possibly visit. But we need to have an adventure, and we're only weeks away.
It's been